Not sponsored. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Gotians Games, and welcome back to another Sword Art Online Integral Factor video. And in today's video, we're just gonna go over really quick this new banner that showed up, which is the Autumnal, the Autumn Maidens banner. They should have just made it easy on all of us and just call it Autumn Maidens banner. Anyways, we're gonna go over this just really quick. It's just two new skills that came. Now, we already knew that these skills were coming. The next ones should be Sachi and Lifa. Sachi is probably the spear skill, and Lifa is probably the support skill. So we're gonna go over these, and then I'll tell you whether or not you should probably summon on this banner or not. Now, here's the thing: bows are kind of in a weird position at the moment. While there are a couple of good bow skills, they are not as prevalent. Even if you have those bow skills, you're most likely not going to be using them. They're very far and few in between as to when you would be using a bow skill. It's very situational. So in all honesty, even if you are a bow user, most of the time you're probably not a bow main, meaning that you run something else and then you occasionally use bow and arrows, maybe for a party or something. So with that, we're looking at this sinon skill. Now, first things first, I love the art style of this sinon skill. I said it before, it's absolutely gorgeous. I love this art style so damn much. The skill is whatever, like it's nothing really cool. It's a single target, which is supposed to be meant for bosses. Whenever you see single target, that kind of tells you it's for boss fights. Now, the thing is, it's pretty decent damage, 700% damage. Now, they're not taking advantage of the fact that, like the other bow skills, where depending on what kind of range you're at, it does more damage. They're not doing that this time around. Instead, it's just 700% damage, single foe, and that's pretty much it. It's water ability, which is cool. It's always nice to have elemental damage or elemental effects onto skills, because it makes them a little bit more useful in the long run. Now, here's the other thing that's actually good with the skill, is that it buffs you. So when you use it, it increases your attack by 10% for 10 seconds. Now, 10 seconds is not that long, but it's still effective enough where you're going to be doing more damage with your other skills. Now, again, bows are kind of in a weird position. We don't have enough skills to even properly do a bow setup, you know, a good bow setup that's very cohesive and works well together. Unlike some of the other skills that, or some of the other weapons that we currently have tons of skills for, swords, spears, and rapiers, probably the top three as far as skills working well together. All right, so the other skill is the yuuki skill. Now, here's an interesting thing with the yuuki skill. Outmatch 4. This is the same thing that was on the silica, which is the 200% or 200 additional damage to enemy when attacked. Now, somebody clarified this in our live stream that we had yesterday, where the 200 damage, it's whenever you attack. So the only thing we didn't get clarified was if it's on basic attacks or not. Because if it's on basic attacks, then I can see it working, you know, to add more DPS, because then that means your basic attacks are getting an extra 200 damage every time you attack, which is actually really good, especially if you're doing cancel animations. So every time you attack, you move, and you do it in a way that you get to attack a lot faster. So that's good for DPS. Now, here's what I like about the skill. Now, it's a weird mixed matchup, because this skill should have been matched up with the rapier skill asana that we just had. And the reason is because critical rate plus 16%, that is very high. Critical rate plus 16%, that is really good. And that's why I said it should have been with the asana skill that we just had, because that asana skill, it's obviously it's a rapier skill, but it heals you every time you crit with it. So combining it with a skill like this would have given you that much more OP-ness. Yes, I said it. It gives you more OP-ness, guys. So, you know, like, it's a good skill to match with that asana skill. It's a good skill in general. I mean, I'm not going to say that, you know, it's not a good skill if you pull it. It's a good skill in general, but it is even better with that asana skill. It's basically made for rapiers, so it's kind of weird that they opted to combine it with with the I was gonna say Sachi with the Sinon skill here. I mean, I can see why they did it, because they want you to waste your Arcanas everywhere. Now, should you summon on this banner? Should you put the Arcana gems to this banner? I'm gonna say no, and the reason is because even if you play with bows, it's still not enough to warrant throwing all your Arcanas at this. I wouldn't do it. There's not enough situations where you're gonna be running bow skills where it's effective enough in the same sense that spears or rapiers would be effective, because they're all thrust skills, meaning they all do the same type of damage. Now, when you're talking about thrust skills, you want to, for boss fights, you're going to want to go with rapiers. For AoE grinding, you're going to want to go with spears. So bow and arrows kind of just sits in a weird position at the moment. Now, until we get better skills, that's not going to change. So that's why I said just skip on this banner. Don't go for it, guys. Don't. If you already went for it by the time you see this video, I'm sorry. But don't go for it. Now, this banner is obviously going to be here for a couple days, and then it's gone. And then we'll have a part 3. And then finally a part 4. Honestly, I would say probably just save for the part 4 at this point, because I feel like even with the Sachi skill, I don't know what the Sachi skill does at the moment. I'd have to look into Discord or anywhere, to see if anybody did any data mining for the Sachi skill. But even with the Sachi skill, I would still say skip at this point, just because it's not worth it. Like, the Asuna skill was worth it. If you're a rapier main, that banner was good, because then that was probably your best opportunity to get that Asuna skill, because it's higher rates. As compared to what step 4 would be, having all 4 of these, and Bandai is notorious for having lower rates because you have more skills on them. So, like I said, I would say skip, but you do what you want. And if you are going to summon on these banners, hit up Maverick Games down below in the description for some cheaper Arcana gems. With that, thank you so much for watching the video today. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and I will catch you all in the next video. You guys have a great rest of your day. Peace out, guys.